I'm here to see Rabbi New.
So, I went back to Montreal to see him. 30 years ago, when I was a teenager, Rabbi New was the rabbi of a tiny synagogue. Now he's the rabbi of a large synagogue, of many floors and offices.
Hi there, I'm the same guy as before. I guess I should have asked where...
Come up here to the second floor.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Hi, nice to see you.
My office?
Sure, yeah. Rabbi New's beard is now white, but otherwise he looks the way I remember him. We catch up. He tells me about his children and his children's children, and I tell him about my marriage to a Gentile. And even after all these years, I still feel myself fearing his disappointment. I struggle to ask the question I came here to ask. I don't know if
You're trying to understand what happened.
a little bit.
I do recall your parents were not supportive. They thought that it would jeopardize your, it would compromise your career. No, that you become a rabbi, something it's not what they envisioned. If there's anything, it's this. It's the wanting not to disappoint. I think that was a barrier. That didn't allow you in all of this to be you in the fullest sense. To the point where you had to stop kind of because you weren't going to go further.
It's hard to imagine my parents exerting that much control over what I ended up doing. Yes, they were against my becoming religious, but then they were against so many things that I persisted with. Certain friendships, my love of David Bowie. There was more than just my parents' disapproval at play. Something else was taking shape too. At first, learning I had an everlasting soul was great. But because of who I am, my fear of death evolved into a new fear. A fear of going on forever. Going on, past boredom, past nausea, through millennia upon millennia, and never being able to turn my brain off. That somehow felt worse than death. God or no God, Messiah or no Messiah, it started to feel like maybe it all didn't matter anyway. I might not die, but I'd always be me. Awkward, teenage, acneed, me. As that fear grew, I decided one night to go see Rabbi New. I was desperate to believe, desperate to just be a normal person like everybody else. Maybe if I was honest about my most secret, anxious thoughts, if I just put them out there, he might be able to help assuage them. At his house, I laid it all out, and in the ensuing silence, I remember Rabbi New simply saying that this wasn't a good way to think. I walked home that night looking up at the stars, but rather than feeling cozy and warm as I used to, assured of my place in the universe, I felt the horror of all that going on and on forever. I was unable to make my peace with it, and I no longer felt that Judaism had the answers. Trying to will myself to believe was as futile as willing myself to fall in love. I was left feeling that if there was a God, he was too big to know with my small brain, too inhuman to know with my human heart.